go. Come on, something. Come on. Ah! Swing and a miss.
There's a lot of spun.
Don't throw it wide.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Unbelievable.
Super Mega Baseball's finest competitors went head-to-head this season, duking it out over a long and challenging campaign. We bear witness tonight to half of the Final Four, two players who stormed their way through all in their path. A massive step toward the XBL's most coveted prize is on the line. The postseason winds are roaring, and the fans hunger for competition.
It's time to rumble! This is the XBL semifinals!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back in to the Cross-Platform Baseball League. Here on Twitch, we have a doozy for you tonight. Games 1 and 2 of the XBL semifinals between the Chicago Blues, that is the number 1 seed, Ashnod's Coupon, versus the number 4 seed, the Milwaukee Mallards, that is Luke Archer. My name is Weaver for Prez. I'm joined tonight, of course, by one of the co-commissioners of the league, Dwayne. How you doing tonight, Dwayne? You excited for this one?
I am, Weaver. It's great to be back in the booth. Feeling very, very excited for this matchup we have tonight. Two titans of the league, as you said, to start us off. And they're going to be facing off tonight, not on the regular 90 ego that if you're used to watching XBL with us here on the channel that you see when the top tier goes out. They're going to pump it up to 93 ego tonight for the hitting. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see how that plays out.
Yeah, 93 ego, pretty daunting, but for these two players, I think we'll still see a fair amount of fireworks. They are the cream of the crop as far as hitting goes. Ashnod's Coupon back-to-back Long Ballo Award winner Luke Archer, of course, placed third in the voting this season. So a lot of prowess is going to be on display tonight. Dwayne, why don't you take us through some of the keys to the game before we get started here in the first semifinals of Season 10?
Yeah, absolutely. The first one I want to start off with is going to be living on the corners, because we just talked so heavily about how the offensive prowess of both these players is so strong. The big key is going to be living on the edges of the plate, throwing good strikes and strikes that are hard to hit, because these guys are going to be swinging the bat, looking for pitches that they like, and they're going to be trying to shoot gaps, hit homers, the whole 9 yards. So if you're able to keep the ball on the black, get strikes when you need them, maybe get a few looking, you're going to get a big step up. And to follow that up, it's going to be an offensive marathon. These two are both known for their scoring. They played a very tight series in the regular season, I believe, as well, where the scores were high. So look to them again to just be putting runs up all across the board, and that's where the third one comes in. It's going to be scoring in bunches, because how important the mercy rule might be sometimes in this game. You hate to say it, but if someone can score a lot early or score a lot in one inning, that would give them a big leg up to, maybe put things away in the next one. So whoever's able to put the runs on the board tonight, capitalize on big mistakes, is going to be looking real good.
Well, we are going to jump right into it. It is games 1 and 2 of the XBL semifinals. A trip to the World Series is on the line here in our 10th season. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back with first pitch. Here we go, folks. Game number 1 of the XBL semifinals. You can see set to 93 batting ego. That is a 3 ego increase from the typical 90 that the league's regular season runs out, as well as the first one of the playoffs. It is 93 now. Teams exchange pleasantries. We're almost set for baseball.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how Red Rock plays into things. That short right field with that little fence is always a favorite of a home run spot for these power hitters.
So Liliane Nymphiaceae, I think is how you pronounce this. She is the leadoff hitter. She is down in the hole 0-2. Howlin' Wolf gets the game one nod for Chicago. And it's a 3-pitch strikeout. All pitches high and away, all pitches effective.
Yeah, there goes to Ashnod, quicking the pace early, just boom, boom, boom. Trying to establish that heater, and he does a good job.
Nothing but heat so far. We'll see how long it takes Luke to adjust, and we all know he can. He's going to see no 2 change the sails wide. Going back to the heat is Howlin' Wolf. It is just inside. Luke switching to the contact swing approach with 2 strikes. We see him do this fairly often. The whiffer trade is active. This could be ball 4 if Luke lays off. He does with a check swing, and it's a 1-out walk.
That's a good start there for Luke after getting the quick strikeout. He gets a runner on base. Got a lot of speed too, so perhaps we see that runner in motion, but he's definitely going to be hunting for something to hit with Platarinkos here, one of his better hitters in the top of the order.
Yeah, his shortstop here, lots of good power. Sees a couple of strikes in there after ball 1. Ashnod really looking for the heat. That's hit hard, but right into the leaping glove of Elmore James, so he's got out number 1 here. I'm sorry, out number 2. Still a runner on first. And now Luke down 0-2. It's going to shorten up again, presumably. Pitch from Ashnod is just high. Both of these players with exceptional batting eyes. Some would argue Luke's even better. And that's ripped up the middle. That's going to extend the inning as it's out to the center fielder, Muddy Waters. And with 2 down, we will see Gadwall come up. Gwendolyn Gadwall, the catcher.
Yeah, going back to the batting eyes of both these players, I think you'd be able to count on one hand the amount of pitches that they swing at out of the zone. As Luke rips one into right field, that'll be the semifinals' first run.
Oh, and Luke caught up in the rundown. That's going to end the inning, but like you said, not before the Milwaukee Mallards score the first run of the semifinals. They lead 1-0, and now Lacey Blevins on the mound to face Ashnod. Falling behind 2-1. Every pitch can be tough against a hitter like Ash as he stares at that one. 97 miles per hour. The full count pitch from Blevins is a curveball. It's roped. It's off the glove of the third baseman. Butterfield, not a lot of speed. He is out.
Wow, what a play there to start things off. Off the glove of the third baseman. There's the shortstop to clean it up, and just boom, boom play.
So Blevins bailed out by the alertness of the shortstop after the deflection at the hot corner. Ball was scorched. This is going to be a foul ball. The 0-2 from Blevins. It's softly hit. Jumping stop by Platarinkos, and there's 2 down.
We'll see Ashnod waiting for something to hit there. The patience is going to be exhibited all throughout the game.
Falling way behind, however, is Lacey Blevins. She gets the curve looped in there, low and away. Good pitch. But loses the batter. So a 2-out walk. Always dangerous to walk batters, given Ashnod's propensity for power hitting. He's always a swing away from a quick strike.
You can see those fastballs just missing by a hair on the outer edge of the plate.
Yeah, Luke. Reasonably accurate so far, and no better than on that pitch. He catches Ashnod looking. That's strike 3. Luke wins the first inning here. We're into the second. That one, I believe, was Chance Lauderberry grounding out sharply on the first pitch. That gives way to Camille Peckin. Fastball a bit mislocated, but everything just a bit faster on 93.
Going to be really interesting to see how this series plays out on 93, and it being Ashnod's 3rd straight semifinal and Luke's first ever semifinal appearance.
That one was a wild changeup to Luke. He didn't miss it. He's on first. And yes, like you said, this is 3 straight semifinals appearances for Ashnod's Coupon. But this is the first time he has not been in this round and faced Fleurbel, formerly Light Snack, who's now on the other side of the bracket. Congratulations to him for punching his semifinals ticket earlier today. The 1-2 is a fastball and a good check swing.
Yeah, it could be big for those both of those players to avoid the repeat matchup, as Ashnod paints a great changeup there for a huge strikeout, out number 2.
So yes, 2 outs. Lacey Blevins, the pitcher, to the plate. Looking to get a hold of something. Never easy with the low stats, but Blevins crushes it. It's going to be caught by Blues, but a good showing at the plate from the starting pitcher. We head to the bottom of the second.
Yeah, he said she was looking to get a hold of something, and she did pretty quickly there. Low and inside pitch. Luke hit it hard, but just not quite enough. And Ashnod miscues that hanging breaking ball. Lifts it into left field for out number 1. That's a rare mistake I think we see on a ball that hangs in the zone from him.
Ashnod opting for a much lower contact build than normal. Still delivered an incredible regular season. Was the first seed as projected preseason. Likes to keep that reticle low, but he cannot pull the trigger. Blevins with another looking K on the fastball.
And there's that living on the corners. Luke has been painting very well through the first inning and a third. Let's see if he can keep it up. That pitch count is rising a little bit steadily.
Yeah, Luke certainly improved on the mound. You could say the same about Ash as well. The report on Ash used to always be he's a hit first guy, and that's kind of the extent of it. He has certainly improved his pitching, and as I say that, Lacey Blevins with back-to-back Ks, and we're into the top of the third.
Lineup turns over for Luke too. He dribbles that one. The speed's not going to be enough to get him an infield hit there.
Yeah, Luke's eye certainly good enough to swing at the strikes and lay off the balls. That was a good strike, however. The curveball high got the weak contact. That high curveball got some hard contact, so it's a 1-out knock. I believe Platarinkos, yes, with the low pitch to the plate.
Yeah, you got to be really careful where you place those high curveballs, because if you're just 1 or 2 degrees lower than you need to be, they could get a lot of lift on that ball.
Gets Luke waving on that changeup, so he's in the hole. Ashnod going to try and snipe that high and away corner, but he misses. We're here in the top of the third. It is 1-0 Milwaukee. That is a perfect fastball that Luke Archer cannot catch up to. 2 down.
Great pitch from Ashnod there, just well placed. Even if Luke didn't swing at it, he would have been looking at it for a strikeout, so just had to do something and just waved at it.
That changeup threatening to go up the middle, and the dive is way too premature from Waters. That's going to extend the inning. Something we've seen plenty of, you and I, Dwayne, in Ashnod's various playoff appearances over the last 3 seasons. Sometimes the defense just not there.
Yeah, it can be from the lack of speed throughout the rest of the order, but that has been changed a little bit. Most of it's in his outfield, as he does get out of this jam for out number 3 and has another chance to hit. But it has been interesting to watch his defense in all of these semifinals that he's appeared in. Try and keep it together.
This one crushed down the line. Will it stay fair? It will not. Just to the right of that foul pole. One of the shortest distances in Super Mega Baseball 3, or at least in the legal stadiums for the XBL. Is this one's flipped to left field? No, caught by Platarinkos.
Well-placed fastball from Luke. You could see just misplacement there from Ashnod. He's just pounding him away with the heater, and it's working very nicely. You just got to keep it away from him, but throw good strikes. Things he does not want to swing at, but he has to.
Yeah, quality strike there on the curveball for out number 2. Luke, his first time through the order, very successful. Now he gets Butterfield again. This should be an easy out, and it is. So we're into the top of the 4th. It is still the Mallards by 1. This is Chance Lauderberry, who lined out his first at-bat. Crushes that curveball, and it's 2-0 Milwaukee. Chance Lauderberry goes deep.
Oh, that puppy almost landed in the upper deck. Luke crushed that. I have not seen one leave the park that fast in a while.
Typically something you see on the Chicago side. Luke, while an elite hitter in his own right, not really known for the power abilities, more of a line drive guy. But But that one was absolutely crushed. He will certainly run into his home runs. Howlin' Wolf now starting to lose some stats. It's only the 4th inning. Luke has done a great job milking the pitch count. He swings through that fastball at 99 miles per hour.
Yeah, both of these players have had the starters' pitch counts running pretty high here through the early innings. It's going to be interesting to see how they utilize their bullpens as the middle of this game goes on. And you can probably see them as early as, this inning, maybe the 5th.
Luke all over that curveball as well, but maybe a little too well. It's straight to the center fielder. So with 2 outs, the pitcher's spot. Miss Blevins will hit. Quickly 0-2.
I don't know about that call either. That was an interesting one.
Now a 1-2 fastball. It's well painted. Luke, he does not offer. He checks his swing. That's a strikeout, but not before. Chance Lauderberry puts the Mallards up by 2 with that massive home run to right field. You mentioned the short porch out there. That one, the short porch was not a factor. That's getting out everywhere.
Absolutely. I thought it had upper deck potential. Like I said, you rarely see those at Red Rock reach that height as the Blues get their first knock of the ball game in the 4th.
That is the first hit. It comes with no outs. Lacey Blevins still locked in, and that's big for Luke. As long as he can maintain that, that will go a long way for him. Bumping strikes, though. Maybe Ash just potentially not quite adjusted to 93 yet. We know Luke obviously has practiced on that 93 more recently, as this is going to be a well-made double play ball. 6-4-3.
Yeah, that 93 ego is definitely showing a bit of a difference. I even forgot for a moment that could have been playing its part in the bit of issues that Ashnod's having making solid contact. You can see him starting to warm up to the ball a little bit, though.
Luke, a lot of 0-2 counts going right after Ashnod. No fear. Runner going, but it's strike 3 on the fastball, low and in. A great pitch there from Luke.
Yeah, love the strategy, love the aggression from Luke, just going right after him. Like you said a couple times last inning, he's getting a ton of 0-2 counts, and he's hitting the zone right on the edges, right where he needs to. Ashnod just has to do something with these pitches, and he's not able to do it.
Luke waved on a fastball there. He's going to see a red one here. It's right down the pipe. He's just late. And now with the whiffer and the tense mojo of Nymphiaceae, he's going to need some great reticle placement to get one into the outfield. Instead, it's strike 3 on a fastball. So now Angie Affleck has reached base twice, a single and a walk. A wild changeup here is in the dirt. So an even count to Affleck. She takes strike number 2. The 1-2 from Wolf just misses. Now that curveball going to try it again. Luke, just an expert eye here so far in this game. Going to see a full count pitch, and he stares at it. Maybe the eye a little too good.
Yeah, that's probably one you have to offer at if you're Luke, but either way, he worked the pitcher well as Howlin' Wolf. You see him at 67 pitches. Ashnod's got to think about perhaps the bullpen soon, but he's getting outs as Luke lifts that one to Waters there in center field. And we head to the bottom of the 5th.
So far, this one all about the pitching. Not something we would have predicted. But then again, 93 ego. Doesn't matter who you are. It's not going to be easy, as this one is a hit for Ashnod. Could go for extra bases. He will turn back to first, so it's a leadoff single.
Well, Luke and Ashnod have been matched up for a few days now, so you have to think Luke has to be coming in here with a pretty strong game plan, as Ashnod early on that breaking ball lines it right to the left fielder. Luckily, though, that's out number 1.
A lot of speed on first. Ashnod not known for running, as that is looking like a mirror of the previous play. It's going to be 2 down here. He's gotten a couple pitches to handle, just not enough lift, I suppose. Now he must decide, and I think it's an easy decision. Yes, Magic Sam into the game in place of Howlin' Wolf. His day is done. 5 innings, 2 runs. Not too shabby. Ashnod sporting a quality bullpen, however. No reason to overstay the welcome, but it's a 3-pitch strikeout for Lacey Blevins and Luke Archer. We are into the 6th.
Well, what we are seeing from Luke right now with Lacey Blevins is absolutely insane. The sequencing, the placement, it's all there right now, and it's a pleasure to watch. He's holding him down.
He swung through the first fastball. He takes the second. The count is even. Smew Albelis trying to float that into left field. They will get down. That's a leadoff single. A big start for the Mallards, who certainly should not feel comfortable with the 2-run lead, as impressive as it is at this stage in the game. But you would think 2 runs may not be quite enough in the long run.
Yeah, we'll have to see how the later innings go for the Mallards, because Ashnod in his own right has kept it close right here at 2 runs, as you just said. And that's going to be the main factor as we get into the 7th, 8th, and 9th, is how close is too close.
Yeah, we've seen when Ashnod has been able to properly locate these fastballs, low, high, etc., he has definitely fooled Luke with the high velocity here. He's going to try it again, and it's pretty well located, and the result is the same. He gets him looking.
Yeah, it's great placement from Ashnod there. Both these players know what they have to do to get things done. Luke able to capitalize on a couple early mistakes from Ash, and he's pitching a great ball game. But to start off a semifinal, I don't think you can ask for much more than this.
And he's getting pounded with fastballs here. The 0-2, a good check swing, extends the at-bat. Willie Dixon is the reliever into the game. That one crushed on the contact swing, but it will die at the track. Muddy Waters makes the play. Bottom of the 6th, the top of the order for Chicago. Paul Butterfield, who I believe won the Triple Crown in the XBL.
That is correct.
Impressive feat. Blevins ahead, has 5 strikeouts. Won't get a 6th here, but a nice stop. This is going to be an identical play almost to the one that led off the bottom of the 1st. Maybe hit a little bit less hard. But that shortstop earning his paycheck, backing up the hot corner.
That's the name of the game. You always got to pick up your teammates, no matter what happens in baseball. And yeah, Platorenkos is doing a great job. Third baseman, maybe you got to figure out how to field a few of those, though.
Ashnod takes the 3-0 pitch. He rips the 3-1 into the glove of Platorenkos. There's 2 down. So now BB King. Slug to center. Should be playable. And it is Lacey Blevins' 6 shutout innings here in the desert, the home of the Chicago Blues. She's due up next. I would have to think Luke probably takes her out, especially now with a runner aboard and needing runs.
Nah.
I think, yeah, he trusts her. He trusts her all the way.
Yeah, if I'm Luke right now, I'm riding this horse all the way through. She's pitching a magnificent game. He's got a feel with her right now, and he might have a feel with her at the plate. You might as well send it.
Oh, the hit and run is successful. It is through the right side. The double play avoided. Blevins is on. 2 on. No outs. That one is ripped. Stopped by James. No, it dribbles past him. That should score. No, he is going to hold the runner at third. The bases are loaded with nobody out. The number 2 batter up with Platorenkos on deck. Ball 1. That changeup in a very dangerous spot to a hitter like Luke. It is fouled off. Ahead now is Ashnod. That activates Whiffer. Counts certainly in Ashnod's favor, but a great take from Luke. The 2-2 fastball. He swings and misses. A big strikeout here with the bases loaded.
Yeah, that fastball was questionably placed, but Ashnod had to go after him there with the bases loaded, and that's big to get a strikeout. Let's see now if he can work a ground ball. Just avoid making any mistakes to this meat of the order here for the Mallards.
He goes to Albertina Walker here in a critical situation. He wants to leave nothing to chance. Crushed by Luke into the gap. This could clear them all. 1 is in. 2 are in. The 3rd is being waved home. Milwaukee Mallards lead 5-0.
That is a huge double from Luke there. I had a feeling he was just going to go right after it because he knew Ashnod was going right after him with a strike, and it was a fastball. It caught some of the plate, and that was a heck of a shooter in the gap.
A good fastball there puts the count at 1-2. Ashnod to the changeup, and he gets him early, but foul. Good speed on second. And it's strike 3. So 2 strikeouts in the inning. That's going to send the mojo down on that player whose position I didn't catch, whoever the cleanup hitter is. Could factor in the late innings. Fastball still reasonably effective, although I believe it was a fastball that was sent into the gap. Luke looking to maybe put this over the head of the center fielder. It will be a rather easy play for Waters. But what an inning. The bases clearing double. Blevins back to the mound.
Starting to diminish in
Ashnod,
some velocity.
Yeah, Luke all in with her, at least for the next couple batters, leaving her in with that runner on. She ended up getting the hit on the hit and run. That's crushed over the head of the third baseman. Out to Affleck, a leadoff single. So now Jake Blues, the right fielder, has the outside pitch straight. We'll see where Luke attacks. That one is inside, but falling behind is Luke. That curveball is blasted. Dead center field. Is this Ash's first? It is off that second, or off that first deck, rather. It's a 3-run ball game.
Yeah, and you have to think now Luke's going to probably call to the pen. No, he's sticking with Blevins. The stats are diminishing, and maybe he is going to try and see how he works with that.
Yeah, that fastball for the first strike coming in at 94. That one also at 94. So certainly diminished here. The curve hit well. Luke may have the play. A long dive from Nymphy ICI makes that catch. What a play.
That's a great play there by Luke in center field. He had to make sure that wasn't going to fall and make sure it wasn't going to get past him either. So he took the right amount of steps toward it and knew he needed the long slide as well. It's nice when your fielder can make that play.
Luke seemingly committed to giving this 7th inning to Blevins. 85 pitches. He's going to get the second out here as Pletirenkos fires. Mojo down for that batter. On the 87th pitch of the game, Blevins attacking Mavis Staples. It's popped up to center field. Calling everyone off there is Nymphy ICI. She makes the play. That is 7 down for Blevins. Does give up the 2-run homer, though. Ashnod maybe waking up a little bit.
Yeah, that's an absolutely fantastic performance from your starting pitcher if you're Luke. You wonder if he's going to go to the pen. He's in at the 6th hole in his order now. We could see the pitcher come up in this inning, so we'll see what the move is to be made there. But 7 strong from Lacey Blevins, only 2 earned. That's a huge, huge ball game.
Chance Lauderberry, who hit a home run earlier in the game, is going to strike out on that pitch. That restores Albertina Walker to neutral. 16 pitches in her own right. The 17th is a strike. That one ripped, and a jump from Ashnod is going to surrender an extra base hit here, presumably. Luke going to go for 2. He is in there. I almost want to say he had that with no input if he just moved to the ball.
Yeah, this can be tough when they're hit as hard as they were. Luke didn't have a lot of speed on Pekin, so it got a bit close at second base as well, but now he's got the runner on second with less than 2 outs, and the power versus righties is engaged in Daffy Danger.
Daffy Danger takes Luke so impressive this game with his batter's eye. As Walker evens the count, looking for a punch out here with the runner on second. It's popped up to left. Blues has the spot, gets it back in, and there's 2 down. Now the day will be done for Blevins. 1 for 3 on the mound, 7 innings against the best hitter in season 10 and season 9 for that matter, Ashnod's Coupon. Ripped up the middle, off the bench. What a big hit there. Will he challenge to the plate? It wasn't a lot of speed. He's going for it. He's safe. A huge insurance run.
Yeah, tacking another one on in the top of the 8th inning. That's absolutely massive for the Mallards. That was a peculiar send with the speed. Like I had already mentioned, Pekin not the fastest runner in the Mallards lineup, but that was enough to get it done. Nicely done from Luke.
Yeah, it looked like something like an 86 or 87 on the meter from the center fielder of the Blues. You'd have to think if you could get that over 90, as close as that play was, maybe it's still 5-2. In any case, it's a full count on Nymphy ICI. The whiffer trade is active. The changeup in the dirt. The inning will continue. 4-run lead for Milwaukee, who stand 6 outs from a Game 1 victory. Albertina Walker's stats starting to hit the dumpster here, but ahead in the count, 1-2.
Yeah, Ashnod has to be careful not to leave anything too juicy over the heart of the plate with these runners on.
Well struck by Luke, but it is to the glove side of Elmore James. So he makes the play, and we're into the bottom of the 8th. The Mallards scratch across one there on the pinch hit single.
We've definitely seen this perhaps as an adjustment game from Ashnod, but just so extremely well pitched from Luke as well. So an awesome start, I think, to a semifinal, and there's still a little bit left to play. I'm interested to see how Game 1 finishes.
Yeah, still only 5 hits for the Blues, and we can see why Walker was left in as her spot is up now. Junior Wells, the pinch hitter, into the game. Axe McDuck has been given the 8th inning in relief of Blevins. This one bounced off his glove. Does he have the time? He does not. An infield single for Ashnod. Not something you say a whole lot.
Yeah, especially with a minimum speed runner, too. That one was perhaps a play I thought was makeable, but now he's got himself a leadoff runner and puts the pinch runner in with 99 speed. Looks like it could be the right move to get a little bit closer.
Yeah, that 99 speed is going to move up 90 feet on the single from Butterfield. So Ashnod starting to threaten here with Blevins out of the game. Mahalia Jackson now can make this a 1-run game with 1 swing. Instead, Luke induces a flyout here. Caught by Nymphy ICI. Runners threatened, but certainly we're going to go back. Now BB King. 0 for 2 does have a walk. Catcher for Chicago. In a big spot here. Luke gets back in the count. A nice fastball, 2-1. The curveball hit up the middle. Nymphy ICI collects it. I believe that's 99 speed headed to third, but he will not challenge. Probably the right call. The tying run to the plate with 1 out.
Yeah, cleanup hitter here for Ashnod, but swinging at the first pitch. He lifts it to center field. Let's see if he challenges.
It's a lot of speed on third. He should be in there nicely, and he is. Everybody moves up. Perhaps Luke should have thrown to a different base, but in any case, he does have 2 outs. Could minimize this damage here. Tying run still at the plate, and he's behind 0-2. Jake Blues, the pitch out to right field, just in front of the track, and that does end the inning. So even in these innings where we have seen Luke get scored upon, he has done an excellent job of limiting the damage.
Yeah, he's shutting it down as we see him move now with a chance to win 3 outs away.
Oh my, he just missed that completely wild fastball. There's 1 down. 3 singles on the night. Smew Albellis, the third basewoman, crushes that changeup foul. So Luke in a bit of a groove here, perhaps. Goes fishing on the changeup. You mentioned counting on 1 hand. The chase is out of the zone. That was either 3 or 4, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Ashnod got to be happy with that one. Anytime you get Luke to give you that out like that. In any case, ahead 0-2 is Willie Big Eyes Smith, the closer of the Blues. There's another chase, I believe. It's going to be a close play at first, but Butterfield has no problem after the broken bat. It's the bottom of the 9th here at Red Rock. The Blues trail by 3.
Yeah, business time here for Ashnod. Let's see how he locks us down. He's shown some clutch ability in this playoffs and this season already. So there's no counting him out right now with a 3-run deficit.
Curveball misses, so a 2-2 pitch to Blues is a fastball. He popped it up. The shortstop should have it. 1 down. The tense Elmore James takes a curve. Axe McDuck, the velocity just starting to tick below standard. 21 pitches. Tried to loop in the curveball and catch him looking. He could not. So another 1-2, and it strikes him out. 1 to go for Milwaukee in Game 1.
Yeah, Ashnod's been late this past couple innings on a couple of these fastballs.
Well timed on the curve. He will extend this game at least 1 more batter with the single up the middle. The tying run steps into the on-deck circle. You would think Ashnod must substitute here, no?
You would think.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm
Does
pretty
he have
sure
a
he
pitcher
has.
left?
I think Buddy Guy is the 4th reliever. He's leaving Smith in.
I'm
It's a 1-2
perplexed.
count, and he grounds out to the second baseman. As long as no one drops it, Milwaukee wins Game 1 of the XBL semifinals.
Huge win for Luke. Wow. I mean, one of the best pitch games we've seen in the playoffs, I think, in the history of the XBL since we've gone cross-platform.
Yeah, no doubt. That is, if I'm not mistaken, the first time in these 3 semifinals for Ashnod that he has dropped the first game. So maybe ominous there for Luke and his Mallards, who just threw a complete gem. Lacey Blevins at Muck Duck. I believe Muck Duck finished it. So just the 2 pitchers needed. It's not something you see often. And yes, Ashnod did have one more pitcher, as we see on our screen on the box score. He used 3 relievers. I'm perplexed.
Yeah, I'm perplexed indeed. A curious move by Ash to finish the game off. I mean, maybe he's got confidence with his pitcher's bat. Who's to say? I mean, I've felt it before, just going with the reliever, going with my gut that maybe I can keep the inning going. But, in a semifinal, you think you're going to go with your bench bat. Maybe he didn't have any confidence in his bench bats. Maybe they were all the pinch runners. Sometimes I think he has them set up with a lot of speed, but very, very low contact, pretty much equal to a pitcher.
The only thing I can think of perhaps would be gambling that if he could tie the game, he'd still have the pitcher that he wanted in extra innings. That's the only thing I can think of. But really, I mean, the game on the line, I feel like you got to go to the bench. But in any case, Luke pulls out in Game 1. Game 2 is going to be at Colonial Plaza, the home of the Mallards, in just a few moments. We will have that for you as soon as they have loaded into that stadium. We'll be right back, folks. We've got a good one coming up. And here we go, folks. Game number 2 of the XBL semifinals. This is a best of 7 series. We have games 1 and 2 for you tonight. The rest of the series, of course, is going to be TBD as we go forward, hopefully during the week. If I'm not mistaken, I believe we can congratulate Jam Paladin on punching his ticket to the Final Four on the other side of the bracket, where I believe he's going to match up with Flurabelle.
Yeah, so we'll have Jam and Flurabelle in the other side of the bracket, looking to face the winner of this series in the World Series. Yeah, that's going to be extremely, extremely exciting.
That one is in there. We are underway here in Game 2, Butterfield versus Callie Butterman. This is the exact opposite of Lacey Blevins, but that fastball caught Ashnod slipping. It was just a bit high, and he strikes out.
Yeah, perhaps an adjustment period needed for Ashnod here too, as Butterman with no velo, no junk, all accuracy, just going right after him. Once again, that seems to be the strategy from Luke.
He went right after him there. Ashnod said, put that thing away. That is a bomb to right center field. And Chicago strikes first in game number 2.
Yeah, big start for Ashnod and Mahalia Jackson. After the game you just had, offense early is something you need to maybe get those juices flowing.
So the margin for error certainly decreased here with Butterman. Can't exactly blow anything by him, although we did see it on the first batter. Third baseman not going to be able to reach that one. I believe Colonial Plaza has the most foul territory of any stadium in the game. That is a nasty fastball down and in. Ashnod could not pull the trigger.
Yeah, baby was touching 90 miles an hour on the gun.
This one shallow in right field, but Lauderberry comes all the way in to make the catch. But not before Chicago hits that solo shot. Leads the game 1-0. Luther Allison has the assignment here in game 2. Lillian Nymphy ICI, I believe, went 1 for 4 in game number 1. Pops that one up. Might be a pitch he wants back, but in any case, it's going to be out. Number 1.
Yeah, decent start for Ash and Luther Allison. Another one of the prototypical Blues starting pitchers. Lefty with 3 fastballs, changeup, and a curveball.
Quickly ahead on Affleck, who has that whiffer trait. Hits it up the middle. That's an excellent at-bat there from Luke to overcome the whiffer trait, the 0-2 count.
Yeah, and this is a familiar sight. We've had that speed on first base a few innings before, and there's Platorenkos again, getting one into the outfield grass, getting on base.
And there's Ashnod again making the wrong decision on defense, not diving, opting to jump. That's going to allow Luke to have 2 on with 1 out. Obviously, it's possible that the ball would have just deflected anyways, especially as hard as it was hit. But now Albellis with an opportunity here and ahead in the count. Changeup runs red. It's right down the pipe. Luke just a bit early. That had the distance. So now a fastball on the corner will induce a check swing and a called strike 3 from behind the plate.
That's a big pitch from Ashnod there with 2 runners on to get a strikeout. Get 1 step closer to ending this threat.
Ending the threat and coming out on top in the first inning. Does fall behind. A bit wild to start the first. This is a much better pitch. Gets the swing. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Shatters a bat over her knee. The runners are stranded, and it's still 1-0 Blues. So now Jake Blues. Soft liner, caught by Danger. 1 down.
Luke has been using great sequencing in these first 2 games, especially in the first one and early here in game 2. Just keeping Ashnod off time, using the breaking ball well. It's not about where he's putting it sometimes, it's about when he's throwing it in there and keeping Ashnod off his step.
Oh, that was a filthy curveball up and in for the called strike. And then the fastball at only 93 miles per hour. Ash just not ready for it. Like you said, an adjustment period, I believe. So Butterman looking for a 1-2-3 inning after surrendering that massive home run. It's going to be another here. Chicago up 2-0. That's blasted into the night.
Yeah, you can see there when Ashnod's sitting on the heater or whatever pitch it might be from this pitcher, he has all the time in the world to really line it up and get underneath it. And he's hitting some moonshots.
So now Mavis Staples with 2 down. Ashnod with a solo shot in each of the first 2 innings. Great curve there. Gets the 1-2 count. Oh my goodness, that was filthy. Low and in, catches the corner down there. And despite some of the great locations we've seen from Luke, just a couple bad ones have resulted in 2 home runs. Lauderberry on the second pitch lines a grounder to the second baseman for out number 1.
Yeah, it's going to be up to Ashnod now to mitigate any mistakes. Not that he has a lead he can build on. Just keep throwing those heaters on the edge of the zone, mixing in those good breaking balls and changeups. He's done a good job. He did a good job for the majority of game 1 till things kind of broke open for Luke.
Ooh, that fastball was red and wild. It went down the middle. Luke just unable to catch up. That's 3 strikeouts for Allison. Got to be nearing locked-in mojo, I would think. Another red fastball here is outside. 1-1 induces a chase from Luke on the changeup. He's going to try and repeat the pitch. He does get the swing, but it's a nice piece of hitting for Luke, a 2-out knock.
Yeah, couldn't fool him twice there. That one caught a little too much of the plate. Luke was able to really line it up and just get it out into the outfield for a single.
That brings up Butterman Yeah, the pitcher is up now, so at worst he's going to have the top of his lineup. But it looks like a more of a best case scenario as it's into the gap. Blues just cuts it off. Otherwise, that run is scoring. It's the runners at the corners. What a rip from the pitcher.
Yeah, it's actually good by Ashnod to cut that one off and just get there just in time, because the run would have scored had that gotten just a few inches away from the right fielder.
So now Nymphy ICI with runner at third, runner at first. Just swings through a wild fastball. Whiff for trade activates the 1-2. He got him, looked like out in front of 100 miles an hour. Luke just fooled there. A good pitch. So now Luther Allison. That single as well from Butterman. Gonna provide some insurance against the Mojo game. The same can now be said of Luther Allison. With that hit, he moves to locked in.
Yeah, helping his own cause there. It's a good way to start off an inning if you're Ashnod looking to build on a lead.
Two one, or 2-1 is the count now after that miss. That one's in there. Butterfield. Luke looking for a ground out. He's gonna get a K instead. That sends Butterfield to tense Mojo after the strikeout. This could be the double play ball. It's a nice stop. Maybe only one play, and it is to first, so 2 down. Quick turn of events here after the pitcher single.
Yeah, a couple outs coming quickly for Luke. That's what you need, as that one's lifted into center field and should be a clean out number 3.
So all things considered, a solid first 3 innings here from Butterman with the fairly unconventional build, especially when you're facing someone of this pedigree. It is a 2-0 game here. Angie Affleck, 2-hole hitter. He's up versus Allison. And now in the hole 1 and 2. Going to repeat the same pitch from before. And it's perfect. It gets the whiff.
Ash has done a great job here, not running up his pitch count too much and just living on the edges, getting Luke to get himself out and strike out a good bit.
Yeah, seemingly favoring that up and in corner. He's going to go up and away here as Smew Albellis steps in, third baseman. 40 pitches now with this one. Most for strikes. Ashnod knowing the chase pitch is not too valuable. That was a good changeup. It's going to induce the soft ground out. 3 outs here in the third. We're into the top of the 4th. Game flying right along here at Colonial. Muddy Waters hitting 500 in this series, this young series so far. If you're just joining us, Luke Archer taking game 1 on the road. This is a best of 7 series.
It's a big start for the Mallards there in game 1. It was one of the, as we said, one of the most well-pitched performances we've seen here on the channel. So well done to Luke in game 1, and he's trying to keep it up here in game 2. He's behind early, two runs, and he's just giving up a walk.
Yeah, leadoff walk there to a batter with plenty of speed there in that cleanup spot. So now in the 5-hole, it's Jake Blues. The runner does go. The throw from the catcher is not going to be in time. A rare stolen base for Chicago.
Yep, if you got that speed, you might as well use it, especially with no outs, as Ashnod quickly moves the runner over to third base, and now can have a good opportunity to add to this lead.
So 90 feet away stands an insurance run there. It is over the head of the third baseman and down the line. Cut off by Affleck. Ash into second base, just in there with all that speed. It's 3-0.
Yeah, not often you see Ashnod manufacture in that fashion, but he gets it done there, and he's caught off the bag at second base, and there's the double play.
A very well-timed double play for Luke, who again limits the damage. Like he said, manufacturing a run there was Ashnod. Very unconventional for him, but it gets the job done. The lead is 3. Luke just trying to play catch-up on some of these fastballs. He does so there, but it is hit to the backhand of Staples. Makes the play. There's 1 down.
Ashnod's been pretty good about getting strikes in this one, so it's been tougher for Luke to really work the pitcher down and get something for himself to hit. Maybe get one of those missed fastballs.
Luther Allison locating inside. Seems to be the theme. The 1-2 is way inside. Now going away. Will Luke chase? He does not. So a full count here to Chance Lauderberry with 1 out. Hit that home run That one is crushed into center field. Muddy Waters comes in. He dives, and it's all the way to the wall. We'll see how far Lauderberry can run. He's going to make it all the way to third at least as Waters gets it back in. It is a one-out triple. A big mistake there on defense yet again.
Yeah, it's a tough break there for Ashnod to give up all that speed all the way around to third base. And now he can let Luke right back into this game as long as Luke's able to push that runner in from 90 feet away.
Oh, but it is a line out. Luke there certainly wanting a ground out, if anything. So the runner has to stay at third. He is going to get him in, however. A clutch single there as Lauderberry comes in and the Mallards are on the board.
Yeah, that was big there for Luke to get it done because he needed it with 2 outs there. That was a tough liner. He hit the ball hard, and he was almost caught off the bag at third. Had Ashnod noticed, he might have been able to get him out.
The day is over for Butterman, a respectable outing nonetheless. The pinch hitter, I believe it's Duckworth, is going to fly out here on that chase pitch. But the Mallards do a good job getting back here on the scoreboard. It's 3-1. Now Chance Lauderberry Jr., first man out of the pen. We did not see him in game number 1. It was just a simple 2-pitcher outing, not something you see very often at all in a win versus Ashnod. Falling behind, however, is Lauderberry Jr. even with that accuracy, but Luke makes a nice pitch to stay in the count. And he gets him to chase perhaps a bit above the zone. Platarinkos on the glove hand side makes the play, and there's one down.
Getting a lot of soft contact again in this game is Luke. He just gave up the runs early, and he's found his way back into it last inning, chipping away with the 1 run. So he's got to feel pretty good about his chances here as we hit the middle portion of this ball game.
Luther Allison crushes that one to center field. Can Colonial corral it? It can if the ICI makes the play. Ashnod had considered going to the bench, you could see there. Decided against it, wanted more than just the 4 that he has gotten from Allison. Excellent pitch there, Butterfield. Going to ground out softly to the hot corner. Al Bellis makes the play. A 1-2-3 inning out of the pen for Chance Lauderberry Jr. Top of the order here for the Mallards.
That's nicely done there from Luke again, just to get the soft contact like I was saying before. He's generated more of it in the past 2 games than I think we might have ever seen from Ashnod and all the time we've seen him play.
Now ahead in the count is Nymphy ICI. Fastest runner, I believe, in this lineup. Certainly just looking to get aboard in any way. Start a rally here. 3-1, he is very late. It's going to activate Whiffer. 3-2 is up the middle. Diving stop by James. It's a 99 throw. Nymphy ICI still beats it out. She can run. So an infield single. Getting the Mallards the leadoff batter on base. The changeup is crushed, and we are tied. It's going to hit that Blues bullpen out there. Wow.
Ooh, Luke crushed that. You can see the Blues relief pitchers hanging out there in the pen. They didn't even want to stand up and try and catch it. Just disgusted now that the game's tied, but here we go. This is the ball game, folks.
Yeah, Ashnod opting to leave in Luther Allison, perhaps just wanting 5 innings. But he is going to surrender the tie here. Luke crushes the changeup up the middle. 1 out, 1 on.
The complexion of this game has changed completely here in just a few pitches.
So now some consideration from Ashnod as he will go to the bullpen. Luther Allison's day is done. 4 1/3, 3 runs scored. Willie Dixon, the lefty.
Oh,
Surrenders that red fastball. Does this have the distance? Gone! The Mallards have a 2-run lead on the home run from Gadwall.
wow. 2 bombs from Luke here in this inning. I can't believe what I'm seeing. And I was getting ready to say, he's got to just feel like there's blood in the water right now. He looks like a shark. He's coming out and just going to just score. He can't be stopped.
Now it's Chance Lauderberry who crushes that fastball towards that short wall. It's off that short wall. He's got plenty of speed, so it's another extra base hit. Shark in the water indeed, Dwayne. Mallards threatening for more.
He's got a great part of his order to do it here. Just a murderer's row of hitters from 3 to 7, it looks like, and great speed at second base to keep things rolling. Let's see how he does.
Emil Peckin, plenty of power, one of the slower runners. Lauderberry, blazing speed over at second. Willie Dixon deflects that pitch. It was going to go to the shortstop, I believe. Peckin reaches first. Everybody's safe. An unfortunate turn of events there for Ashnod, as I believe he had an easy ground out had that one gotten past the pitcher the way the shortstop was aligned.
Yeah, and for the second time in this series, I'm pleasantly surprised by Peckin's speed, getting it done there to get the first base.
Yeah, she beats it out. So runners at the corners. Luke still staying so patient. It can be so easy to expand in these kinds of situations. He's going to have to beat this one out if he wants the run to score. And despite the red throw there, it's a nice double play for Ashnod. He gets out of it, but what an inning for Luke Archer.
Yeah, for those of you that caught a quick glimpse of the box score going there, Luke's now got 5 runs on 12 hits. He's starting to really heat up, but Ashnod has 3 runs on 4 hits. So the pitching's still rolling for Luke. He's got to keep it going.
Yeah, the long ball has been the chosen weapon of Ashnod his whole career, and in this game, that's a nice leadoff single for him. It's going to give BB King a chance as the tying run. Did he tie it? It is deep. It is far. It is gone. Another brand new ball game here at Colonial. These two putting on a show.
And this might be the part of the game where Floribel steps in and sits Luke on his knee and reminds him that he's in a semifinal with Ashnod's coupon, and these things are going to happen.
These things are going to happen, indeed, with Ashnod. 3-time semifinalist. Him and Floribel matching up in Season 8 and Season 9, putting on 6-game shows each time. But it is a new opponent for Ashnod. It is Luke's first semifinals appearance. Jake Blues is the batter. Chance Lauderberry Jr., the stats really just not there, especially in that accuracy department, which is the whole, the point of the build of this pitcher. Going to tense mojo, not going to help. This will help, however, as it's a line out. Back to neutral.
Yeah, it's good there for Luke and Lauderberry. The pitch count's starting to rise, though. But as we've known a lot about Luke, we've heard a lot from him about his strategy. The lower they go, the more he wants to just try and keep it rolling.
And he strikes him out on a 92-mile-per-hour fastball. Shatters his bat. The game is tied. Luke, however, out hitting Ashnod 2-1. And that'll do it for Chance Lauderberry Jr. A decent outing out of the pen, does surrender that bomb there at the end. We're in the 6th. The latter part of this game is a nice rip up the middle out to Waters.
Yeah, it's a great way to start the inning from Luke as he steps in with a pinch hitter, taking Chance Lauderberry Jr. out of the game, and has the lineup turn over for I'm just gonna let you say it. I can't.
Nymphiaceae, I think. I heard Floribel say that one time. Is ahead in the count. Not a lot of power on this hitter. Plenty of speed, as we saw in the infield single. Has a favorable count. Could have a walk. That's exactly what's going to happen. The first 2 have reached. Luke showing resiliency after surrendering the lead on one swing.
Yeah, and Ashnod also going for the world record fastest walk. That was 4 pitches in succession there very quickly that he was unable to find the zone.
Misses on that one. It is Albertina Walker into the game. Second pitcher so far. So both players are going to be on their second pitcher once the inning turns over. That one just too hot to handle for Luke. 100 miles an hour, triple-digit fastball. A big out number 1 for Ashnod. Now he's got to be looking for a ground ball if he can find it.
Yeah, it was a dangerous part of the zone to leave one, but Luke's not been able to handle the heater well from Ashnod when he's been locating it with velocity.
Diving stop. Great play there from the shortstop. Gets the out at first. Does keep the inning alive, however. That one well placed enough to avoid a double play. Elmore James getting that second out. Now Al Bellis behind 0-2. The red changeup. He was expecting something a lot faster. He waves at that one. And Ashnod gets out of the jam.
Yeah, that was one where perhaps the missed pitch benefiting Ashnod, just leaving it right where Luke would think it's in his happy zone, but he was not able to recognize quick enough it was going to be the changeup.
So it is a brand new game. It has been for an inning or so, but we are in the 7th, the final third of this game, and it is anyone's game. Axe Muckduck is into the game. He, I believe, had the 6-out save in game number 1. Fastball just misses to run the count full. Elmore James, will he see a low pitch? He will, and it is just inside. A good eye from Ashnod, and he's aboard.
Yeah, and Muckduck going to switch things up on the velo side. Ashnod times that curveball well, though. Hits it to dead center field. Doesn't have the distance. Ooh.
Oh, caught. Caught. On my screen, it was a hair blurry. I thought maybe that had a chance. Probably gone in Red Rock. Colonial, while not super large, is certainly larger than Red Rock. And, of course, the wall, the true factor out there in center field with its height. In any case, that's a big out. And here's another huge out for Luke. So after the leadoff walk, he gets 2 quick ones. Back to the top of the order, the 10th Butterfield.
Yeah, we just saw Ashnod hit again with a relief pitcher in Albertina Walker. He's trying to stretch that pen out as he thinks maybe this game could see some length.
That one into the left center field gap. Stopped by the body of Nymphy ICI. Will Ashnod challenge to the plate? The throw is in. He's out! A gun from center field. Nymphy ICI saves the tie here in the 7th. I can't believe that.
How? I cannot believe he was out.
Oh, I thought he got this one. This is going to be a fly out. Oh, what a play out there. Not using the cutoff man, and it pays off in a huge way.
Wow.
So the game stays tied. Ashnod thought he had one in the gap. It was a decent play by Luke to cut it off. I thought maybe that would prevent the run. This one is crushed. The Mallards retake that lead.
There's
oh my goodness.
So much happening so fast right now. Luke just sent that one to the moon, and that's a 6-5 lead for him. Now he's got to hold on to it for dear life because you know Ashnod's going to be coming back trying to score after what just transpired on the top of the 7th.
Luke, both of these players at the plate looking incredible here on 93 ego, ladies and gentlemen. This is no easy feat. This is going to be out number 2 as Staples camps under it. So Luke reclaims the lead. I believe that was Chance Lauderberry with that home run. Had the home run in game 1 in Red Rock, similar part of the ballpark. That one ripped, but right into the glove of Staples. We head to the top of the 8th. The Mallards regain the lead. Muckduck called upon now. He's still in the game here. The job of protecting a lead.
A 1-1 lead as slim as they come. So you definitely have to find the edges.
Especially versus the home run king Ashnod's coupon. That one's ripped to left. No, caught by Al Bellis, who reaches out and makes the play. Ashnod, of course, breaking the single season home run record in his rookie season, season 8. And then he broke his own record in season 9. Home runs did come down here in season 10. A great fastball there is the 2nd out. Muckduck has been great in this series.
Yeah, Luke is just finding location there. The use of his relievers in the sequence that he's brought them into the game has really been able to switch up Ashnod's timing. And it's benefiting him here in the later part of the ballgame. Excuse me.
An excellent dive from Dewey Danger, who is, I believe, out of position. Or not out of position, but playing a secondary position. Makes a clutch play there to end the 8th. Muckduck staying in the game. Luke, perhaps not totally confident in the alternatives. He's going to ground out here. Muckduck did deliver the 6-out save in game 1, but I believe he's already on the hook in this game for 6 outs already. Nymphy ICI now. You could point to a lot of stars in this game, no matter which way it shakes out, but certainly that throw from this player, remarkable. 26th pitch from Walker is foul.
Yeah, a throw like that could be the difference maker here in this game.
This one up the middle. Nymphy ICI is aboard again. All that speed. Luke now going to look probably for something in the gap here. Angie Affleck having a good series. I believe a home run in her last trip to the plate. Sees the changeup, blasts it. It is foul. You almost wonder if Luke's going to think about running at some point.
Yeah,
Although the way
insurance
he's
would
been
be important
swinging,
here.
yeah, the way he's been swinging, potentially not worth it. Goes fishing on the changeup, a good spot from Ashnod. There's 2 down. It's going to be up to Platarinkos. If Luke wants insurance going into the top of the 9th. We've seen many a clutch, as that is an excellent catch there to end the 8th. We've seen many a clutch performance from Ashnod in the regular season, in the playoffs, what have you. He is looking for it here. Muck Duck still out there. He's ahead 0-2. Hit hard over to Danger. She makes the play. There's 1 down. Luke, 2 outs away from a 2-0 semifinals advantage.
Potentially 2 of the most well-pitched games we've seen this deep in the playoffs.
That one right down the middle. Ashnod, he ties the game to dead center field. Again, Dwayne, brand new game.
Yeah, we're not done here yet, folks. That one was absolutely smashed. That was right down the pipe there from Ash. And could he go back-to-back? Oh, dear.
He goes back-to-back, a couple of very misplaced fastballs. And Ashnod takes the lead. Elmore James goes deep.
Uh-oh. Now Luke has to, bring somebody else in. He's got Greta Rubber with a ton of velo, and he's going to have to get things done in the bottom half.
I have to say I'm surprised we didn't see this pitcher sooner. The stats similar to Muck Duck, but the stats on Muck Duck were diminishing. In any case, it is a 1-run game. Ashnod looking to seal this one back. Regardless of what else happens here in the top of the 9th, he's going to have to hold down the bats of the Mallards. That's a good pitch there, and there's 2 down here. And with Willie Big Eye Smith, the closer, remaining, it's a no-brainer to go to Junior Wells for Ashnod. Swings through strike 1, 101 miles per hour. Greta Rubber looking to keep it exactly where it is. We'll see who Luke has due up in the bottom of the 9th. I believe it's somewhere around the middle of the order, possibly 4, 5, 6, something like that. This is going to end the inning. Ashnod hits back-to-back homers to tie it and to take the lead. It is 4, 5, 6 here for the Mallards. And it's going to be Willie Big Eyes Smith, Albellis, first up.
Ashnod going to have to be very careful. Yeah, I was going to say.
He's going to have to be careful not to throw too many out of the zone. Remember, the closing pitchers, designation CP in Super Mega Baseball 3, they have significantly less stamina than an RP, a relief pitcher. Luke got a strikeout on 101 miles an hour. There's 1 down.
That's big there. Big velo from Ashnod. He's getting good placement on it, too. So if you can keep that up, he should be able to get the outs he needs.
Gwendolyn Gadwall, the catcher, facing some big heat here from Smith. Hits that one hard. Diving is James. A good throw, and there's 2 down. Ashnod, an out away from evening the series. Has a tough task here in Lauderberry. This changeup going to be low and away. He's way in front, so he goes back to it. But it's low. Attacking that corner is Smith. The fastball misses. So the count in favor of Luke. The walk-prone trait activates. He swings through the fastball. It's a full count. Here we go in the bottom of the 9th. Lauderberry hits it hard. Just foul. That's got to hurt for Luke, but he's got to reset and take another pitch here. It's in the dirt or close to it. A 2-out walk. There's still life.
Yeah, he stays alive here. I know he's got the winning run at the plate.
And it is Camille Peckin. Plenty of power. And like I said, the stamina now a factor. Willie Big Eye Smith, 15 pitches. Velocity is down. Luke takes the changeup. He is not rattled here. Falling behind on Peckin. Now a 2-2 pitch. Luke maybe going to shorten up here. He hits that one off the end of the bat into right field. Blues should have it. Ashnod evens the series. He steals that game in the top of the 9th on back-to-back homers. A stinger for Luke, no doubt. 15 hits to Ashnod's 9.
Yeah, and that's what a player of Ashnod's caliber can do. Many props to him for being able to come back in that game from falling behind after losing the lead and just getting it done. He was clutch there on the top of that 9th inning.
Yeah, I mentioned, we've seen time and time again Ashnod more than capable when his back is to the wall of just putting in those good at bats, getting those good swings, and coming through in the clutch to take care of business. That's exactly what we saw there. The pitch is a bit misplaced perhaps by Luke, especially on the one that tied the game. That was, I believe, right down the middle. So just a bit of a misfire there. And that's all. When you're playing Ashnod, that could be all the difference. A little misfire can change the entire complexion of the game. And in this case, the series, it is 1-1 and two excellent games.
Yeah, very excellent games there. They were so expertly pitched, really, by both teams. We said a lot about how Luke was able to do it, but that's just because it's impressive to hold down a back-to-back long ball winner in such a way in your first semifinal to come out like that. That was so impressive to see. But Ashnod in his own right was absolutely fantastic on the mound as well. Luke was able to jump on his mistake pitches, and that's what these guys do at the top end of the league. They jump on every single mistake you make, and when they're playing against each other, it's really just a race to see who's going to be able to mitigate the fewest amount of mistakes and just be able to crush the ball when they need to. And tonight it was Luke in game 1, and then Ashnod right at the end in game 2. He got it done. That was very impressive.
The heroics of Lacey Blevins in game number 1, and then the back-to-back heroics, the solo shots in the top of the 9th from Ashnod, who I believe hit 4 home runs in the game. Just electric from both of these players. A good split on night 1 of the semifinals. It is 1-1. It is a best of 7 series, so I guess now you could say it's a best of 5. So someone needs to win 3 more, and they will have punched their ticket to the XBL World Series here in our 10th season. The rest of these matchups schedule is TBD. We will, of course, coordinate with the players to get these things scheduled, not only with the continuation of this great series, but at some point we will have Jam Paladin versus Floribel. Should be an excellent series over on the other half of the bracket. And then as the AAA semifinals bracket shapes up, we're almost there, of course, that we will have those games casted for you as well. So both leagues, the AAA, which is on 83 batting ego if you're new, and then of course the XBL, which is now on 93 for the Final Four. Both the semifinals and the World Series will be casted on this channel, so make sure you follow if you want to catch more games like the ones we just saw. That was fantastic. And anything else you want to say, Dwayne, before we sign off on this Sunday night?
No, I think we'll just reiterate the fact that, just follow along if you want to keep up with the action. This is the nitty-gritty part of the playoffs, so we're going to be on here, a few days every single week until this thing wraps up with semifinal action from both the AAA, the XBL, and then the World Series from both leagues. So follow the Discord. If you haven't already, all the links are in our About section and all that. Someone could feel free to drop one in chat as well. And follow the channel and stay up to date with every single XBL item you can, and you'll be able to be a part of all the action and all the excitement. And with that said, thank you, Weaver, for being with me again in the booth, and thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight. We'll be back again later this week, and we'll see you on the flip side. Have a good one, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.